Good morning, FlowChat Connector. Good day, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Thank you for being here. In this video, I'm going to talk about selling your agency, and I'm going to share the story of the leaky faucet. What's happening, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you with another high-ticket tune-up. In today's video, we're continuing on with our Selling Your Agency, Growing Your Agency in 2022 series, and we're going to cover everything from start to finish. Obviously, the last couple of days we've been working on this, but I am excited for today because I get to share a story with you, right? The story is very simple and very awesome. We're actually going to talk about the story of the leaky faucet today. So once upon a time, there was a plumber. This plumber was amazing. He had this gift for doing plumbing work, and he would, he didn't even really know it. It wasn't until his house, like as he was growing up as a little kid, his sink broke, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just go in and fix it." And he went in and fixed it. And his dad came home from work and was like, "Johnny, how on earth did you fix that? That's crazy! Like that was one of the hardest plumbing things to do, and you're only 8 years old." And so little Johnny was like, "Oh, well, it was no big deal. I just fixed it." And so then his dad went back to work and was like, "Oh my God, my son fixed this crazy plumbing problem." And the next thing you know, one of the other people at his office have a plumbing problem. So what do? Like, "Hey, can your Johnny come look at my plumbing issue?" Johnny comes over and says, "Oh yeah, here it is," and click, and fixes it without even knowing anything. So now Johnny's dad is like, "This kid's amazing. Maybe he should be a plumber." And so as he continues growing up, we get to the place where Johnny now gets to choose what he wants to do. And it was just so easy, right? He took an apprenticeship as a plumber. He learned a lot more. He got the skills down, and he became really a true master at the effect, right? And then all of a sudden he starts going in and he becomes a plumber, and he starts doing so well that that everybody wants to hire him. And he's like, no, I'm going to actually just build my own agency. So he builds his own plumbing agency. And next thing you know, he's doing all this plumbing work and he's crushing it. And just word of mouth is growing his agency like crazy. And he makes all this money. And he takes all of his money and he goes and he buys this really big house, this big mansion on the top of the hill. And he decides that he's going to go have an open house to celebrate, hey, I've made it as a plumber. I have this big mansion now and I want everyone to come see. So he has this big party. He invites all the who's in the city, and they show up. And as they're going around the party, all of a sudden somebody goes to use the bathroom and the faucet is leaking. And how embarrassing as the best plumber on the block when your house has a leaky faucet. And so how does this relate to your agency, right? So the idea here is that if you're the plumber and you fixed everyone else's faucet, but you have a leaky faucet in your house, if your agency is dynamic and you fix all of your clients and prospects problems, yet your agency has a leaky faucet, so to speak, now you're in trouble, right? And so I think what happens is a lot of entrepreneurs, when they're running an agency, get to this place where they don't have time to actually focus on their agency. So what I wanted to do today is share something with you that I think is going to be super valuable. I learned this from Seth Godin. He's one of the best of all times in marketing. And this is the one thing that I think we can do together very, very quickly. So I'm going to bring this up. This is Seth Godin's Golden 13 Questions. What are these questions, Sean? Well, these are the questions that you need to take some time and answer. So take a snapshot of the screen right now as you're watching this. And then when you get some time today, sit down and answer these questions. Just write a one-sentence answer to each and every one of these questions. And I promise you, you'll never have another marketing problem with your own agency ever again, because if you truly can answer these questions, you're going to do very well. I learned this from Seth. We did this in our agency. I've done this multiple times for ourselves, and it just brings so much clarity. And so then when you as a marketing agency have answered these questions, and now we don't have a leaky faucet anymore, because now we know how and what to say when we go to market our own agency. Very valuable for anybody that's trying to sell agency work. So just go through this. And again, write a one-sentence answer to each one of these questions. Take a screenshot of this thing. In fact, I'll just remove my face completely so you can see the whole screen there. But this one, again, guys, this is one of those exercises that will take you maybe 30, 45 minutes at the max today. I would definitely do it. Write your answers and you're going to win. In fact, what's really interesting about this, as we just kind of keep talking about this here, Seth Godin, when he brings an agency on to market for them, he walks them through these questions. This is the starting point, the jump off point of how he markets for other people. And so if you have the template, which now I've just given it to you, take some time, do this for your own agency. And then when you go out to actually sell your agency, you're going to have way, way more clarity. And when these things pop up, you'll know exactly what to say and how to say it. With that said, you've just been tuned up. don't forget to smash that like button. Feed this out to other people that might need this, that agency owners that you know that might be struggling to market their own agency, to sell their own services. Like, give them the link to this video. I promise it will be valuable for them. And with that said, make sure and subscribe to the channel. Love to have that. And so I can continue bringing more of these great videos your way. With that said, looking forward to seeing you next time.